Good morning, everyone. I'm here where am I here? I'm outside my building and I'm trying to do a drawing of the GLX. So let's do that. The GLX, for those of you that do not know, is the extension of the Green Line subway system in Boston. And I've been drawing it for quite some time, and I will continue to draw it until they're done, which might be long after I die, the way they're going here. No, they're supposed to be done in a year or two or something like that. And right now, they're working right here in our fair city, Somerville. And I want to use no color. So, I've drawn this scene yesterday, but I'll draw it again today. So let's see how this looks this time. Each time I draw it, I try to do something maybe a little tiny bit differently than the time I drew it before, and let's see how well I can do it this time. I'm kind of building this up using triangles of color and tonality, and that's how this one is going. Well, triangles to a degree. There's obviously other shapes going on here. What I like about what I'm seeing at the moment before they start finishing the bridge part of it, is that it reminds me of Stonehenge. These vertical supports that hold a horizontal bridge, which will support horizontal support that will eventually hold the elevated railroad tracks. So it sort of looks, before they put the actual tracks on, it looks rather like the triglyphs of Stonehenge. This one does, however, have a section of the railroad track actually in place, the railroad track bridge. So there's big beams are crossing from the nearer triglyph to the one behind it. And there's it's not, let me just, there we go. So we have the nearest triglyph support system thing has a bridge on it, as does the one that's next further behind, but they're not connected yet. So they will be connected at some point, I imagine, soon. I don't know what's keeping them from doing it. Maybe they need to find the right sized piece. There's 4 things there, not 3. Damn you, Pierre Gustafson. Can't you count? Normally I don't always count what I'm drawing because it's just uninteresting to me to make it exact. I have to make things exact in the drawings that I do for paying clients. When I do stuff for myself, I don't feel I need to be so exact. Clang, clang, clang. There's the commuter rail coming in. On construction sites, of course, there's quite a lot of bright orange things. That I guess is the construction equivalent of danger. Watch what you're doing, or whatever they're trying to suggest. Orange is one of those colors that I don't quite understand how that managed to get in our spectrum. Well, yes, I understand how it got there, but it's a color that I don't particularly like. It's way too Halloween-y for my taste. And I don't much care for the chartreuse colors of the workmen here. There are two workmen wearing chartreuse and one wearing orange. And they've got hard hats. Two white hard hats and sort of a silver hard hat, and they've got blue jeans. So anyway, those are the people there. Oh, what else do we have? We have of course we need to have the token pickup truck. Those are the taillights of the token pickup truck. There's the license plate of the pickup truck, and then we've got a regular sedan coming through right now. The brightest thing in this picture is the beam, or the arm, I guess, of the cherry picker directly in front of me here. And it's reflecting the light. There's a different cherry picker back here. I don't know if that's the one that's beeping. The beeping is pretty annoying. Been driving many of my neighbors crazy. It's not really a blue sky. These clouds sort of are grayish blue. No, how did that happen? When I'm drawing, every once in a while my pen picks up a color that it's not meant to pick up. It's very bright up here at the top. What I'd like to do with these drawings is to collect them and to encourage other people in my building to draw what they see, because soon this is all going away and it'll be, well, it won't go away, but you won't see it because they're going to put up a fence where I'm standing now, a sound fence to block the noise of the various trains. And unfortunately, we will not see the racket that we hear. If you think the sound fence is actually going to, the sound wall is actually going to make it quiet, I've got a bridge I can sell you. It may make it quieter, but hardly quiet. It'll still be noisy. I made these spans of the bridge way too far apart and too big, so I'll just remove that. We do have right now some Jesus light beams happening in the sky. For those of you that don't know what Jesus light beams look like, I will show you. That's what they look like. There's the Jesus beams. I'm sure there's a real name for those things, but I think Jesus beams is a perfectly good descriptive term. There's another crane sticking up. My plan of having these triangles seems to have gone away here because I'm not really drawing with triangles anymore. These are two poles that hold some sort of wire. Goes off into the distance. Drawing the top of the I-beam there, which is black. Bottom in shadow there. Jesus beams. I think the Jesus beams are a little exaggerated here. Let's see if we can mute them a bit. For those of you that actually draw at all, you know how difficult it is when things keep moving on you. but they keep moving on you. The world does not stay still for artists or anyone else for that matter. The world keeps moving. I zoom in and out, as you can see, a lot because my eyes are not as strong as they used to be. Well, all I can say, it's a good thing I don't build bridges, because I think if someone tried to follow my drawing, it would last maybe a minute and a half before it would collapse under its own ineptitude. But I'm not an engineer, I'm an artist. And I'm drawing not so much what I see, but what I feel. Right? Yeah, that's not exactly true. And those of you that know me know that I don't have a heart. I'm a very cold, calculating person that lacks, well, something really moved here. The thing I'm drawing right now is actually supposed to be quite a bit lower. But don't tell anyone. I think my secret is safe with you. It looks like it's colder out than it is. It's actually quite warm. Warm breeze blowing. Okay, I'm done with that one. I kind of like it. Let's see, can I do another one? Where is another view? I'm going to do a close-up of this area right here with a new drawing. So I get a new layer. I'm just going to quickly fill it with color. And I will now draw it. Okay, this is the sky. And now this is the concrete. Why am I making my concrete tan? It wasn't tan in the other drawing. a yellow crane and a red crane and another red crane. Big old hook coming down and another hook over here. We have a finished building in the distance, which I refer to as the Scrabble board building because it has these different colored squares, which reminds me of the Scrabble board. And down here we have a portable, well, I don't know if it's portable, it looks pretty heavy. There's a black staircase that goes kind of to nowhere. Okay, we have another thing there, we have a thing there. It's very light up here now. Make it really light. One of the things I know when I'm drawing outside in the daytime, it's very hard for me to know what colors these things are turning into, because I go inside the house and I post these on Instagram and Facebook and stuff, and the colors are all like the orange is bright red, and so I don't really know what you're seeing. I'll put it that way. I know what I'm seeing because it's right in front of my face, but I don't know what it's going to look like when it's done. It's kind of nice though having, one of the reasons I like using this particular app. Oh, there's a cutest little crane way over here in the distance. It's so cute. It's on the top of some building in Boston. There it is, way in the distance. One of the things I like about drawing with this particular app and drawing on the iPad in general is it's the slipperiness of the pen on the glass really makes it hard to be in control. What I do when I have to draw something that is very exact, I will actually put a piece of tracing paper between the pen and the screen, which allows, gives me some friction that helps me control the tool. I was talking to a neighbor of mine who has an iPad, and there's an app that he likes that has sound effects on it. It sort of, you can hear the scrape of the pen on the paper if he's using the pen tool, or the sloppy watercolor brush with its watercolor brush sound. And he says that helps him, his brain hears the texture of the paper. What just happened? The brain hears the texture of the paper and it helps him slow down, or helps him remain in control of the medium. That might work. Maybe someone should do a study of that to find out if that is in fact true or not. It's probably just as valid a doctoral thesis as any other thing you can think of. There probably is some sort of study that's already been done and published in all of the various journals of psychology and psychiatry about perception and audio and tactile clues, and it will make you think one thing or the other. So I'm sure it's been done. The sun has now come out and is hitting me right between the eyes. It's hitting my eyes as well. Boy, that's bright. Well, I think I'm done with this one. It's sort of an impression of the work I'm seeing. And now we're just going to draw that utility truck over there. Colorful black. Because the light is hitting that really nicely right now. Why isn't this changing color? Damn you. Brown. There we go. Yeah, the light is really rather intense right now. This is a white truck that's mainly in shadow. Is it shade or shadow? I have to think about this. It is casting a shadow, but the part of it that is not being hit by direct light is shade. The front of the truck that's facing me is in shade. The truck itself is casting a shadow to the left in the picture here. But that part that I just drew is shade, it's not shadow. You know that, don't you? Of course you do. The part that is being hit by bright sunlight is right here. I'm not drawing this in perspective. The top of the back of the truck here is essentially at my eye level, so it should be horizontal. And I drew it a little bit. Of course, it doesn't help when I'm turning my canvas around. The fenders have these bright, sparkly lights on it, as does part of the door and the roof of the cab. And the rear view mirror has orange lights 2, 3, 4, 5, and one down here, and one right there. Its tires are just turning to the left. So I see some of that tire. It's the fender again. The grill is going to be drawn shortly, and it has all sorts of nice lines on it. It's about to be obscured by some other truck. There's actually 3 vertical lines, but that's my artistic license showing up again. Its fender is right here. Just 2 big butch tires in the back. Making this truck a little bit longer than it really is. Okay, let's fix that pier. There's no reason why you have to be wrong. Just move that tire there. There's no reason why you need to be lazy. I'm someone who actually really dislikes cars and trucks and stuff to own or to feel are worthy of too much attention, but I do like drawing them sometimes. And unlike people that really love trucks and cars and planes and things like that, who draw them with love and care, I don't like them in that way, so my ability to not get trapped in details, it's kind of nice. I can be loose. I used to draw ships when I was a kid, and I love boats and ships, and I would draw them with such care and such detail that there was really no art in them. They were just as it turned out, really boring, I thought. In retrospect, there's another orange light. Okay, this truck looks like it's tipping downhill. Sorry, it's hard for me to talk and to draw at the same time as you're finding out. But that's just too bad. If you want to turn off this video, you're more than welcome to. I'm not keeping you here. Okay, what do we think? Are we done? Is there anything else I can do here? There's an orange cone over on that side of the truck. Close enough, I think. I can leave it at that. Let me just add a couple of highlights here on the rear view mirror. Oh, I'll add the windshield wipers in just for shits and giggles. And around the top of the cab here we have this rubber thing. And then we have in the window, we have a reflection of the outside world. Name on the door. Got some hinges on these of it. How does that look? I need to add more tire here. And add a shadow under the truck. Oh, a license plate. No, in the middle. Thank you. In the middle. And it has some anyway, I could play with this truck all day long, and I'm not interested in doing that. So am I done now? Ooh, should I draw the clouds? We have some cloudage going on here, so color fill, dark gray. You know, people that honk their horns, whether they're honking a train or their pickup truck, are just obnoxious. If I was the President of the United States, I would suggest that car manufacturers take the horn off. Make the world a happier place. What do you think? Write your comments below. Now, if I were the President of the United States, I suppose honking horns comes under free speech or something like that. But you could say, I guess, that you are disturbing the peace by honking your horn. Anyway, this is what I would do if I was the President of the United States. I would make two different kinds of sounds that a car could make. One would be a nice little bell that would jingle. Nice little tune. Maybe you could have it be, a choice of different tunes. And one would be essentially tapping someone on the shoulder and saying, "Pardon me, sir or madam, but did you realize the light changed in the last minute from red to green?" And the other would be that kind of a horn, short and loud, that would say, essentially say, warning, get out of my way because my brakes have failed. Or something like that, you know. I cannot control my car, so warning, I'm barreling at you at a very high speed. Normally, though, people use their horn when they should be using this little bell, as if to say, listen, you fucking asshole, I'm in a hurry, I'm more important than you, go. The light has changed. The light changed 1 millisecond ago. So therefore, move. Wouldn't that be nice? What do you think? Write your answers below. Do you think people should just have the, not the right, but the ability to just bother everyone on the entire, in the entire neighborhood because they're more important than you, or what? What do you think? Clouds are funny things. Oh, the sun is now coming out and I cannot see what I'm doing any longer because it's completely blocking my sensibilities. So I think I'm done. I will now figure out how to stop the recording.